Check 1 2, check 1 2. See if this thing works. See how loud the sound of the puppy dropping the golf ball is going to be picked up by the mic. Considering I just got back from my local and dropped $300 plus in product that contains the name Idoneth. I'm on board. Let's do this thing. Pretty pumped about it. My first Age of Sigmar army was Ironjawz when they were first released, and that's been my main army since then. I spent a good 10 months getting that army painted up to where I put it on the table, and I've been playing that army ever since. So I'm very, very excited to really get stuck in with something new, particularly a new faction that's new and unique to the Age of Sigmar. I have some. We all have other armies going on in the background because that's what we do. But I'm really, really pretty excited about it actually. I feel like I've been in hobby ADD for a while now, and I need something to kind of really begin to focus on and kind of just a light at the end of the tunnel kind of goal. And so for a new army, this army is really kind of spurred me forward. I think I've been waiting for a while for an army like this to kind of win me over. I love everything about them, from the aesthetic of them, the uniqueness of that aesthetic of them. That's very, very specific. I was a marine biology major in my former life, and so I have an inherent bent towards fruits of the sea. And I just think it's a cool way of portraying the elves in Age of Sigmar now. And I think what I'm most excited about, especially being a just melee, pretty much mono melee army in the Ironjawz, is one of the new factions that gets to play with new abilities and new features that are kind of brought forward in the high fantasy world of Age of Sigmar. I'm really excited by their allegiance abilities. Not necessarily because they're going to be the greatest things in the world. They sound really cool. They sound good. I'm not a competitive player, but I think one of the things that I love so much about Age of Sigmar, and why it's kind of drawn me in from the get-go, especially now that they've really, really fleshed the world out, and they've really started to flesh out these armies in the past year, especially with the newer battle tones coming out. These armies play so narratively. They're so themed, and I think that's really the most impressive thing what Games Workshop has done. They've just been able to take this really creative aspect of this new world, the open sandbox that they get to play in, and introducing these new armies that we've never seen before. They can really kind of go and they can really hone the vision of their creativity with how it's actually going to look on the tabletop in a game. And I just think I don't know, it's so engaging, just very, very engaging in a very unique way. I feel like playing with these newer rules and abilities, things like that, it's just not I don't know, I just feel like it's an entirely different game than a lot of other games out there. And that's not me just being a homer for the game like I really do. I think that's why, as much as I try and get into 40K, and just as because a lot of people play 40K, so it's easy to play games if you want to. I think Age of Sigmar is so much more engaging based on that alone, and which is kind of ironic considering the world's only been around for less than 3 years, and people say there's just no richness or depthness or no depth to the world, but yet these armies have so much depth, at least in just mechanic wise and how they engage on the table. So I'm really excited. I'm predominantly a hobbyist to begin with, so these models just, yeah, they're riveting. So I'm excited to get stuck in. I've got 4 boxes of stuff presently that I need to get tapped into. My goal is to have this army finished and playable for the Nova Open, so I got a good 4 months to really push myself and see what I can get done. But yeah, I'm way on board, very excited about it, and I'm looking forward to see how everybody kind of engages them, how they get portrayed, and what people's vision of them can be. I know at my local when I was picking up now, they said there was a ton of pre-orders for these. I know they said they had ordered 14 boxes of the Namarti and they're gone already, and 7 of the big Idolith, the big wave guy, they're gone already. So it seems to be this is the army that's roping a lot of people in. So that's good. It's good for the game and anything that's going to bring more players to the table. I'm all on board. So let's have fun with them all.